Hey Patriots fans, we're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved New England Patriots. Before we jump in, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. This way you'll stay updated and never miss any breaking news or exclusive content. Something wild might be cooking up in Foxborough. And no, we're not just talking about another Belichick documentary. According to whispers coming out of league insiders and some unconfirmed but very juicy sources, Kolton Miller, the rock-solid left tackle formerly with the Raiders, has reportedly signed a 3-year deal with the New England Patriots. That's right, folks. Kolton Miller, the man who's protected Derek Carr and Jimmy Garoppolo's blind side, could be heading to the cold discipline world of New England football. Now, before we all lose our minds, let's remember this is still in the rumor territory. No official press release yet, no big Twitter announcement from the man himself. But there are way too many murmurs to many well-placed NFL insiders saying the same thing for us to ignore it. If this is true, it's a huge move for the Patriots, who are desperate to rebuild their offensive line and give whoever ends up under center in 2025 a fighting chance. Let's be honest, New England hasn't exactly been known for keeping their QBs upright since the Brady era ended. Bringing in someone like Kolton Miller, that's a statement, a loud one, and it's got the league buzzing, and the buzz isn't just from Boston sports radio or die-hard Patriots fans hoping to revive the glory days. No, this rumor is making waves all the way to Vegas, literally. The Raiders fan base isn't exactly thrilled with the idea of losing Kolton Miller, a guy they've seen develop from a shaky first-rounder into a legitimate franchise left tackle. And you've got to wonder, why would Vegas let him go? Was this a cap issue, a locker room dynamic shift? Or maybe, just maybe, Kolton wanted out, wanted a fresh start, wanted to be part of something that had the potential to be rebuilt from the ground up. And with the Patriots clearly going through a transformation, new faces on the sideline, a youth movement on the roster, and that classic Patriot grit still lingering in the walls, it might just be the place for him. But still, it feels like one of those moves that comes out of nowhere, doesn't it? Like you go to sleep thinking your alinea is intact, and then bam, the morning brings headlines that flip the script. That's the NFL for you, unpredictable, relentless, and always looking for the next big storyline. Now let's talk about fit, because if this rumor is true, we're not just looking at a good signing. We're looking at a potential cornerstone of a new Patriots identity. Kolton Miller is the kind of player who doesn't need hype videos or highlight reels to prove his worth. He shows up, he protects his quarterback, he plays all 4 quarters with intensity, and he doesn't complain. That's a Belichick guy through and through, even if Bill isn't calling the shots anymore. The Patriots' offensive line has been a glaring weakness for 2 straight seasons. Injuries, inconsistency, and just flat-out poor execution have plagued this unit. Bringing in someone like Miller sends a clear message: we're tired of patchwork solutions. We want stability, we want reliability, and we want someone who can be a leader both on and off the field. What makes it even more interesting is how Kolton has grown over the years. Remember when he was drafted and everyone said it was a reach? Look at him now. A proven starter, durable, disciplined. Exactly the kind of presence New England could build around, especially if they're serious about developing a young quarterback behind a wall of steel. Of course, no rumor would be complete without some financial chatter, and this one's no different. The reported deal is said to be worth a solid chunk of change, somewhere in the neighborhood of $60 million over 3 years, with significant guaranteed money up front. That's not pocket change even for a team like New England that's been more conservative with its spending in recent years. But if you look at the context, it makes sense. Offensive linemen don't come cheap, especially ones with experience, consistency, and a resume like Kolton Miller's. If the Patriots really pulled this off, they're making a serious investment not just in their line, but in the foundation of their entire offense. And you can bet that the rest of the AFC East is paying attention. The Bills, Dolphins, and Jets aren't exactly fielding weak defenses, and protecting your quarterback in that division has never been more important. So yeah, this rumored contract, it might seem big on paper, but it could pay off in spades if Kolton performs the way we all know he can. And honestly, if you're going to spend big, this is the kind of player you spend big on. The timing of all this also raises a few eyebrows. It's mid-July, training camps are about to open. Most teams are finalizing depth charts and evaluating rookies, not making blockbuster signings. So the question becomes, was this move brewing behind the scenes for a while? Were the Patriots quietly negotiating while everyone else was focused on quarterback battles and defensive holdouts? It's very on-brand for New England to make a move like this under the radar, only for it to explode into the news cycle when it's already done. And think about the message it sends inside that locker room. Bringing in a player of KOLTON's caliber changes things. It lifts the standard. It raises the bar. Suddenly the guys next to him on the line are expected to elevate their play. The defensive line knows they'll be going up against a pro's pro in practice. The coaches have a reliable piece they can count on. It's the kind of acquisition that shifts the culture even if subtly. And considering where the Patriots are right now trying to find that balance between rebuilding and remaining competitive, this could be exactly the jolt they needed. Another layer to this unfolding situation is the quarterback mystery, right? Now New England's QB room is one of the most talked about enigmas in the league. Will it be a veteran like Jacoby Brissett managing the offense? Will a rookie step up and shock the world, or is there another move coming that ties into this KOLTON Miller signing? Because here's the thing, teams don't just drop big money on elite left tackles for no reason. You do that when you've got a plan. When you've identified your guy under center and you're willing to protect him at all costs. Could this be a sign that the Patriots are preparing to unleash a new face of the franchise, or maybe they're just buying themselves time building the infrastructure first, so that when the right quarterback is ready, everything else is already in place? It's the chicken or egg scenario in NFL roster building. But either way, if KOLTON's in town, someone's getting a serious upgrade in blindside protection. And that someone might just be the future of the Patriots offense, whoever that turns out to be. Let's not forget the ripple effect this could have across the league. KOLTON Miller joining the Patriots might trigger a domino effect in free agency, or even prompt trades from other teams trying to adjust their lines. There are still teams out there with cap space and holes to fill. And once a big name like Miller moves, it creates urgency. Agents get on the phones, GMs start sweating, coaches start asking questions. What do they know that we don't? Why did Miller choose New England? Was there a better offer elsewhere, or did he see something in that locker room, in that coaching staff, in that direction? These are the kinds of questions that send shockwaves through NFL front offices. And don't underestimate the power of symbolism either. A player like KOLTON Miller choosing to go to New England at this point in his career might say more about the team's future than any press conference ever could. It could signal that the Patriots aren't content to stay at the bottom, that they're coming back, and that they're willing to do what it takes to make that comeback a reality. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy, share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Of course, with every big-name rumor, there's always going to be skepticism. Some fans and analysts are already asking, is KOLTON Miller really worth that kind of money? Is he still in his prime? Did the Raiders know something we don't? These are fair questions. And in today's NFL, nothing is guaranteed. A big contract can look like a steal or a disaster depending on how the season goes. But with KOLTON, there's a body of work that speaks volumes. He's started nearly every game since 2019. He's played through injuries. He's faced elite edge rushers and held his own. And more importantly, he's done it quietly without drama or ego. That kind of professionalism is rare, and it's exactly what a young, evolving Patriots roster needs. Sure, it's a risk. Every signing is. But this feels calculated. It feels purposeful. And if the whispers are true, it could be one of the most important moves of New England's post-Brady era. So while some might hesitate, others are already dreaming about the possibilities. A rebuilt offensive line, a new identity, a fresh chapter, all anchored by KOLTON Miller. Let's also talk about the long-term implications here. A 3-year deal means Miller isn't just a once-and band-aid. He's potentially a foundational piece for the next phase of the Patriots rebuild. And if the team does draft a quarterback next year, which many insiders believe they will, then this move becomes even more crucial. Imagine having a rookie QB come into the league with a proven veteran left tackle already locked. And that's rare. That's valuable. That's forward thinking.